you know the actor Danny DeVito, and he's got a new animated, it's being described as a horror comedy. And Danny DeVito in this animated feature is the voice of Satan. And his daughter is in the, his daughter Lucy plays Satan's daughter, Chrissy, the Antichrist. Oh, okay. Danny DeVito is Satan in this animated feature, and Chrissy, who is Lucy DeVito, is the Antichrist. And there's a mother. The actor is Aubrey Plaza. She's the mother. And episodes of this are broadcast at 10 p.m. Thursdays, which is tonight, on the FX network. I'm going to have to check this out. I hadn't heard about this. But anyway, so that's the backstory, you might say. Here's this animated comedy horror featuring Danny DeVito as the voice of Satan. Well, you know where I'm going with this. A Republican congressman in Louisiana went apeshit about this, and his Facebook page posted a denouncement of the little demon. And his posting had reached millions of people by Tuesday morning. It's U.S. Representative Mike Johnson, a Christian terrorist, not to mention the chicken shit little bastard who's terrified of an animated cartoon show. But Mr. Mike Johnson, what is it about Christians that they're so fucking afraid of everything? I guess it's because their religion is based on torture and pain and death and blood and killing and Jesus, God, so to speak. So Representative Mike Johnson, that's his name, he objected to the sitcom. He objected to it. His website says the series is about a woman and her 13-year-old daughter who are trying to live normal lives, even though Satan, Danny DeVito, is the girl's father. What? It's a real woman, but apparently she had sex with Satan? Oh my God, this sounds like Rosemary's Baby, doesn't it? Satan is the little girl's father, the 13-year-old daughter's father, and Satan wants custody of her soul. Ooh, you can see where Representative Mike Johnson lost his shit over that one, right? Ooh, a cartoon. Ooh, no. A trailer for the show. And by the way, it airs its 4th episode tonight. A trailer played during Sunday night's TV broadcast of the Louisiana State University football opener against Florida State. Oh, boy, that was a mistake in programming, right, FX? What the hell are you doing putting your trailer in a football game between Louisiana and Louisiana State and Florida State, two of the most Christian fucked up states in America? What are you doing? But they did it anyway. So Mr. Congressman and scaredy cat and Christian terrorist Mike Johnson, he said, quote, this according to Associated Press, he said, quote, I couldn't get to the remote fast enough to shield my 11-year-old daughter from the preview. And I wonder how many other children were exposed to it and how many millions more will tune in to the new series owned and marketed by Disney. Disney? Well, see, Disney owns FX, bought it from Fox. And by the way, this crazy fucker, Mike Johnson, the representative from Louisiana, he is also vice chair of the House Republican Conference Committee. And he posted all this shit to his website on Monday. It's just now getting to the desk of this podcast. Now, FX and Hulu, where the show is streamed, are a couple of those entertainment assets that Disney bought from Fox back in 2017, if you remember, sorta, in a stock deal worth about $54 billion. You know, when these massive entertainment, so-called, complexes make a deal, I mean, billions fall, right? Well, that's how this happened. So anyway, on the show, DeVito voices the role of Satan, and his daughter Lucy, plays the daughter, Chrissy, the Antichrist. There's another actress plays the mother. And it's just one happy family set out to capture the soul of a living Earth woman, Earth girl, I guess. What do you call somebody who had sex with Satan? You go ahead. You fill in your own laugh line there. So Representative Johnson posted on Tuesday that more than 6 million people have read his post on Facebook. More, he said, than watched the game. Just a little bit more here about this Representative Johnson, who is losing his mind over an animated a cartoon feature on the FX network with Danny DeVito and his daughter and other people cast in the roles of Satan and the Antichrist, and a living, breathing mother and her daughter, and the Satan character wants the soul. He's the father of the little girl, the little human girl, and he wants her soul after, I guess, after she's dead. I mean, all of this is Abrahamic religion theological bullshit. I mean, you understand that. Not so much, I guess, with the Jews and the Muslims, but certainly with the Christians. I mean, to me, the entire Christian religion is just so based on such scary shit. I mean, they're afraid of everything. They lie through their fucking teeth. They can't accept reality. They reject science. They reject the material world as if the material world didn't exist, but their heaven, their spooky place in hell, and their heaven where, I don't know, do people really have wings up there? Oh, that's right, they're angels. I mean, all that shit exists. But the real world here, with global warming and bigotry and prejudice and killings, doesn't exist. I mean, oh well. So this representative written, like I mentioned before the break, he had written online that the job of parents is to guard the hearts and minds of our kids and keep them away from animated cartoons like this one. And I just want to say, you crazy son of a bitch, if you want to guard the hearts and minds of your kids, then why don't you stand up to this fucking monster, a real monster, Donald Trump, who has made every effort to pervert the entire system of democracy in this country, or justice, or human dignity. There's your demon, you dumb bastard, not some Danny DeVito voiced cartoon character. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Malloy asked for the 8 millionth time. Now, many people thanked Representative Johnson for his post on Facebook. And the talk was about boycotting Disney. But a lot of the people who posted, apparently, I'm relying on the Associated Press for this, they disagreed with this crazy bastard's assessment. Some noted that Little Demon, that's the name of it, was made for and marketed to adults. And children should be in bed by 10 p.m., some of the people wrote. Well, no shit. And didn't the FCC rule at some point that after 9 p.m. or after 10 p.m., some of the more stringent rules about what could be broadcast and what could not be broadcast were relaxed after a certain hour of the night? I think so. Maybe it was 10 p.m. And other people who posted at this crazy bastard's Facebook page said people opposed to the show's existence are trying to make networks shelter their children when that's a job for parents. Why, yes, just like abortion, you crazy bastard, Mr. Johnson. If you're against abortion, don't get one. If you're against abortion, just keep your goddamn mouth shut. It's none of your business anyway. It's only the business of women who might want to exercise sovereignty over their own bodies. That has nothing to do with you, Mr. Johnson. Nor does this goddamn cartoon have anything to do with you. Don't watch it. Keep your children away from it. Because apparently this crazy bastard believes that if the kids watch this, they're immediately going to want to copulate with Satan? Oh, come on. Come on. So Representative Johnson responded the other day in a Facebook message and a tweet that were also linked to his House of Representatives webpage. And this is what he said, quote, "Free speech is an important principle. And in this country, everyone can obviously make their own decisions about what media they and their families consume. But a corollary is that Christians have the freedom to fulfill our obligation to speak the truth in love, according to Ephesians 4:15, even, and sometimes most importantly, when it may not be popular." End quote. What the hell does that mean? Huh? There he goes, quoting Paul again, in his letters to the church at Ephesus. Where was that? In Turkey, I think. Okay, so what, Mr. Johnson? When you say a corollary is that Christians have the freedom to fulfill our obligations to speak the truth in love, okay, but you're not speaking truth. You're speaking terror. You're speaking fear and loathing and warnings of all sorts of insane shit that may happen to a kid who happens to see Demon. What's the name of it? Little Demon. How many parents in this country have ever in jest referred to their 2-year-olds or their 3-year-olds as, "Oh man, she's such a little demon at times"? I did when Molly was that age. I used to, when I would shampoo her hair, I would check to see if there were little horns starting to grow out, We all do that, don't we? We parents do that. Oh my God, the kid's a demon. And by the way, Representative Johnson was first elected in 2016. That should tell you a lot. And he was elected to the House district in Louisiana that covers a whole bunch of western Louisiana. And he was reelected in July of this year to a 4th term when nobody qualified to run against him. Oh my God, what is going on in western Louisiana? Nobody qualified to run against the not little demon. These stories just crack me up. I mean, on the one hand, a real possible disaster, what do they call it? The doomsday glacier. I mean, what can be scarier than that? And then this asshole wants to talk about a cartoon, about an animated program that comes on at 10 o'clock on a network that you have to subscribe to in order to see. You have to subscribe someplace. FX doesn't come, does it? Does it come over the air? I don't know anymore. But you have to have a subscription to see it. So this loony fucker is out there screaming with his pants on fire and his hair boiling about, "Oh, the little demon. Oh, no. Oh, no." Oh, shut up. Man. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcast. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.